This is a quick video to illustrate how easy it is to connect Supabase to PolyScale. PolyScale is a global cache that can be set up easily to allow access to your database globally. To connect Supabase, go to Settings and go to the Database tab. And from here, we'll grab the database host, which we'll copy. We'll now go over to PolyScale where we've created a new account and click New Cache. We'll select a name for the cache. We'll call it Supabase example. A type, since we're connecting to Supabase, it's Postgres. For the host, we'll paste in the host name, and for the port, we'll put in 5432. We'll click create, and we've now connected our Supabase database to PolyScale's cache. We'll see here that we've got connectivity from all of our access points around the globe, and we can now access the database via PolyScale by using the connection URI shown here, where we've replaced the original host name with PS Edge Global, and we've appended the application name equal to the cache ID shown here. This database we've created is in Australia, but I'm located outside New York, which means connecting would take a long time. We've got a tool, however, which will help us illustrate how much faster it can be to access your database using PolyScale than it would be to access it directly. Let's pull up that tool now, and the first thing we'll do is we're going to run 100 requests to the database directly and see how fast those requests are. And so as we run this tool, we'll accelerate the video, and we can see that the requests have been made with a median response time of just over 230 milliseconds. We'll now run this again, but connecting via PolyScale, and see what sort of response time we get. We can see here, in the case of PolyScale, our median response time is 18 milliseconds. 90% of our requests are in 32 milliseconds or less. Some of the requests do take longer because those are ones where we have to go back out to the database to continue to validate our cache. But when we compare the results to those of accessing the database directly, we'll note that the difference is meaningfully faster. So you can see how PolyScale can allow you to get fast global access to your Supabase database without needing to do any additional coding. All you need to do is switch the connection string you use to access your database.